Hey there everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am KCB, and once a month I like to do a little thing called Promote My 4-Star, where members can filter out what game the unit will come from, and then you, my loyal subscribers and people who definitely don't want to make me angry, vote on the actual unit that I'll be promoting. Meanwhile, you can also send in submissions of your own once the unit's selected. And this time, you all put me through hell and gave me Camilla. So, yay! Look, I'm not opposed to Camilla, but of all the possible Fates options, you guys just, you had to. You had to. You know how awkward this thumbnail was to make? It's just, you've seen it. The videos, anyway. Alright, so, look. Look, you. I took this opportunity to build a Camilla to benefit other characters that I have. So you played yourself. Congratulations. You lose. So hey, here's what we're going to do. First of all, I'm going to tell you about the Holophase giveaway that's going on. Link in description for that. And also, we have a very special, supreme kind of thing for the next Promote My 4-Star, where I'm going to plus 10 and do a very heavy, intensive build, because clearly you were all picking units that I don't really like that well. So, to save this series, I have to take matters into my own hand and basically force you to pick something that I like and that I will promote heavily. So that's what the next one's going to be. Voting for that is open. It will be weighted for members. So members, you have a lot of power. You could swing the vote pretty concisely. But all that aside, all of those things out of the way, let's talk about Promote My 4-Star Camilla Edition, aka the thumbnail that'll probably get removed by YouTube. So, Promote My 4-Star. We have Camilla. These are some submissions, and we had a lot, so I had to filter down a little bit. But I kept 21 of them? How many do I have? How many do we have here? 21. We have 21. Also, you guys told me they were kind of hard to see last time, so I who looks out for you? Me. I do. Alright, so Thief of RPGs sent us this Camilla on the far left. We got Distant Guard, or Distant Counter. We have Guard Bearing. We have Attack Speed Rain. This is what you call a very heavy build for Camilla. Not one that I was willing to invest in, because frankly there are other flyers that I would be far more inclined to do. Also, I have Shersh, who exists, and I could pretty easily give her a build similar to this, just she wouldn't be as fast. And then there's also Har, who I have grand dreams of building one day once he finally gets preferred. All kinds of things, really. But this is a good Camilla. Camilla's axe, I think her main refine was kind of, I don't want to say the gold standard, but it was there, which is interesting because everyone built a lot of non-support Camillas, which is what I did. And then they also kept Camilla's axe for the refine, which I thought was kind of interesting because that weapon itself, that refine, that preferred refine, is typically a little more support oriented, you know? So that is that. That's pretty much a standard Camilla Wrex Your Life type build. Silver Fox brought us something kind of similar, but a little less defensively oriented. We've got Dive Bomb in the B slot with Swift Sparrow up in the A. We've got Joint Drive Speed, so this is a plus speed Camilla additionally, so there's that. And then we've got bonds and things like that. So, you know, again, the overall theme of Camilla is I'm gonna punch you, basically. Shoreline Rake was another weapon of, I don't want to say of choice, because I still feel like Camilla's axe was the most submitted out of the majority that I got in. But this one has Shoreline Rake. We've got the defensive refine. You can see Tactician Neil and Gold Vegeta both had similar ideas here. In fact, they're identical. So there's, wait, did I mess this up? Did I mess you up? Alright, so that was a blunder on my part, but we fixed it because through the magic of overlays that no one will notice, I've patched in the proper set. Whoops! Alright, one got away from me, but I double checked the others and we should be good. Alright, so Neil sent this one in. That's not the same as Vegeta. So we've got a Triangle Adept, a Lance Breaker, a Goad Flyer. It's more of a budgetary type build, meant to pretty much just obliterate Lance units. And it's not really that hard. Camilla's attack, despite being such an early unit, is still really, like, it's good. It's not bad. 50, you can see, like, with the flowers and the plus 10, 55 is genuinely not bad. So, for what that's worth, let's pop into the next batch here. Just ignore that. What happened? I don't know. Nothing. Alright, so, Tasteful sent us a Camilla's Axe Refined, not the Preferred Refined or whatever that actually is. I don't know, whatever the rosiary thing is. We've got some Gale Force action. We've got some Life and Death 4 going on. We got some Heavy Blade 3. And you can see with Life and Death, she actually hits 59, 51. But her defenses are still nearly 30 on each. That's not bad. Granted, we've got 10 Dragon Flowers invested, but still, that's not bad. It's still a very passable unit for being so early in the game. The difference, of course, is, you know, do you want to spend skills on something like that, or do you just want the new unit that has those particular things? I don't know. But clearly, if you like Camilla, then you're probably willing to make that that trade-off. Oh boy, Perp, bringing us a nice little budget build. See, this is the comfort level that I'm at. Would I give Fury 3 Moonbow, Desperation, Attachment? Yeah, I would do that kind of thing. We've got our latest ninja weapon, our latest ninja axe coming in here for the weapon. This is something I would be more comfortable building. Granted, I wouldn't have the plus 10 advantage, but that's definitely where my budgetary constraint was, for sure. And then we've also got the Panda. Let's go with Panda. I know how to pronounce Panda. Panda's easy to say. Panda. We've got Killer Axe Plus, so we're going Killer Axe. We've got Ruptured Sky, Kestrel Stance 3, an Advantage, and then Joint Drive Attack. Sorry, Joint Drive Attack. This is what I would consider, like, expensive. But it's interesting because we've just got Killer Axe and then also Vantage, which are two relatively available skills. So I don't know. Panda is just, this must be a big brain move, because I see like 3 really expensive skills and then, you know, 2 less expensive skills. And then of course Ioti's shield for Iotes? I don't know how to say it. The shield that makes you not weak to arrows. The arrow busting shield. Ian came in here with a Ruptured Sky, Distant Ward, Quick Repose, Guidance Camilla. Woo! This is obviously meant to be a slightly more defensive build, I assume, given the Quick Repose, which Camilla can do. You can see there, you know, there's a plus 10 going on here. With a defensive refine, but we're hitting 34 defense and 44 res at the same time, and that's pretty darn good. I don't know what stat line you want to run on a flyer, but that's pretty high. You know what I mean? There are some armors that hit 44 res, and this is a freaking Camilla, so obviously not a bad route to go. Alexander sent us a Camilla's Axe Swift Sparrow Aerobatics Attack Speed Rain. Speed Rain is something that I'm seeing on a couple other builds too. I don't know that I have them all in here. But Rain skills were definitely high priority. Obviously that's the flashy new flyer skill that everybody loves. So I did see that. My build would definitely not have that. So there's there's that. But this is still a really good Camilla too. I'm seeing a lot of max investment over here, and I don't know don't know if they're actually from Barracks or Fey Builder. Either is fine. But there are some giveaways that are like, you know, they're not fully max merged or whatever. And so I can appreciate that some people literally go to the investment that they do with this. It's pretty crazy. So Pudding brought us another slightly budgetary build. So we got Camilla's axe, the iceberg, because of course you got the iceberg, and then the Fury 3, and the aerobatics 3, and then the close guard. I'm wondering. There's a build that I want to do, and this has nothing to do with Camilla, so take that for what it is. But there's a build that I want to do that has Fury 4 with Advantage built in, and I don't know who that would be, because I would also kind of want Distant Counter on it. I don't know who to put that on. Ike, maybe? Maybe Ike. I don't know. We'll see. Maddie brought us a C level support Camilla. Respect. With a +6, and you can see we're still hitting like 30s in defensive, and then plus speed. You know, she's still 43, which is high. Like, that's a high, even though it's you know, booned. But so we have Ether, we have Camilla's axe, the speed refined. So if you play around with your build, if you play around with your refines mostly, I think that's the biggest advantage. You will have the opportunity to make a Camilla that has weird stat lines, like this one. So distant counter, guard bearing, distant guard, and then switch stance. So obviously a more defensive type build that we have. Fort Res defense is on Adams, and that is ballsy, and I like it. Pegasus flight, which is an interesting choice. 38 speed isn't bad. It's not bad, but we've definitely seen some higher speeds in here. So Pegasus Flight is an interesting choice. I respect it. I do respect it. Goad Flyers, which, you know, I think is maybe native. No, it's not native. She comes with Blow, Savage Blow. Yeah, okay. So no, not that. But we had like minds when it came to Goad Flyers. And then Drive Defense too, because, you know, if you're going to use Camilla's Refine and then also Goad Flyers, you might as well toss on a Drive skill while you're at it. Let's see. Rena sent us a Brazen build with Chill Defense and then Speed Ploy. Again, we're hitting 41 speed. That's kind of impressive. Revan, I think I said your name right. If I didn't, I apologize to you. Distant counter, Pegasus Flight, Speed, Defense, Rain. So again, another Speed Rain type skill with Deck Swabber, which is fun. I appreciate that. We got Erica sending in Camilla's Speed Refine with Swift Sparrow, Chill Speed Defense, Joint Hone Attack. So again, she's going to be able to capitalize off of some partner bearing joint attacking, and it's double Swift Sparrow. Why not? Why not? And again, 41 speed. This is ridiculous. This is like a Gen 1 unit, but I think. Is it? I think it is, yeah. So Carrot Axe is on Blake's Camilla. That's always fun to look at. Love a good Carrot Axe. And then Distant Counter, Mystic Boost. And then Attack Speed Rain. Again, more Speed Rains. And Renewal 3. So overall, this Camilla is meant to kind of like live a lot between Renewal and then Mystic Boost. So, and then Carrot Axe also, obviously. So, very interesting, very hard to take down. I would be interested to see what a shield on her would do to take away the flying weakness. Not enough slots. Too many skills. Am I right? Jota sent us a solo-ish type Camilla, I want to say, which is interesting. So attack defense solo paired with Goad Flyers is a curious thing. I'm not doubting it. I'm not questioning it. It's just an interesting route to go. And then distant counter and renewal, Ruptured Sky, yikes, and then Camilla's Axe, Harsh Command Plus, because, you know, Big Sis gives orders, right? Camilla's Axe on other Panda, Little Giant Panda this time. We've got Defense Res Plus for the rally. We've got Ether. We got Bracing Stance, Guard Bearing. So between those two things alone, Camilla, I think, for the most part, is meant to like hang around a lot. And then also with Hone Flyers and Flyer Guidance, meant to be able to go to other flyer units and buff them as well. James sent us a speed refine for Camilla's axe, followed by Luna and Swift Sparrow 3 and Pegasus Flight 3 and Attack Speed Rain. So this is a build that I feel like I would see Pegasus Flight on more frequently, which I know we've seen a couple of those builds already. And then the Phantom Res, which is interesting. Phantom Res, curious. Let's see. Colin. Ninja weapon, solid. I like it. Works well with Camilla. Swift Sparrow 3, Dive Bomb 3, Attack Speed Rain 3, Attack Smoke 3, all kinds of 3s. This is, again, another kind of Camilla build that I would assume to see in a more offensive manner, and a lot of you guys did send it that way. And I have art by James. There you go. Again, distant counter, mystic boost, attack defense rain. So we've seen a lot of these types of skills together in some kind of combination one way or another, which more or less says, hey, Camilla can be offensive, she can be defensive, she can be support-based, she can be all of these things. And I guess the difference is how you bring that combination to life. Let's take a look at what I ended up building. Don't be mad. Alright, so this is the Camilla I ended up going with. Keeping with similar trend. Don't mind the blessing. That's not really there for anything. I was just SP. Okay, Camilla, we get it. We get it. You're talking. I can't hear you. Okay. So, the blessing was pretty much just there for SP because it was kind of a pain to grind. You can see I didn't even hit 500 hero merit. But we did give Camilla's Axe Refine. So that's going to give us, you know, the attack speed 4 boost during combat. It's also going to give kind of like a drive skill to other cavalry and flying units with attack speed +3. And that's really what I capitalized off of, to be honest. Camilla herself, like, she can attack. We're hitting 50 attack, which is not bad. But we've also got the Moonbow, which is nice. Nice little 2-turn cooldown. Death Blow 3. Nice little budget. I don't know that I saw any Death Blows Camilla. But when in doubt, Death Blow is probably my most commonly used budget skill that I put on people. And this was no exception. So if we're within space, which we should be given our other 2 skills that I haven't gone into yet, we should be hitting attack speed 4, and then we should be getting on initiation another 6. So we should be getting up to 60 attack respectively, with maybe a Moonbow getting in there. So overall, I don't think we're hitting twice, but we should hit pretty heavy altogether. And then flyer formation. So I sacked, what did I sack? I sacked something. I think it was a Bow Hinoka, because I had several manual copies of her, because she just shows up occasionally. I don't really know why. But that's a unit that I think is really good that I am just trash at using for whatever reason. She never gets the kill, or maybe the situation's just not for Bonoka. I don't know. Either way, I was like, you know what, that's fine. We can sack one. Goad Flyers is another one that we've got here. So that's going to grant attack speed +4 to flying allies. So between Camilla's Axe, Goad Flyers, and then, you know, drive attack, we're boosting attack by a lot. All right. Let's see. 3, 4, 3. So 10. So we're giving 10 and respectively 8, I think it was, or 7. 7. So 10 and 7. So it's kind of like a reverse Swift Sparrow 3, right? Where it's +7 attack, 10 speed. This is the opposite, where we're giving +10 attack and +7 speed. So that's fun. And then the flyer formation is obviously there so we can move when need be. So she's really just there to buff my other flyers, which I am fine with. But on the plus side, she has to hit something. She could probably hit it relatively pretty hard, and maybe even one-shot it if she's got a Moonbow lined up. So it's all there. Overall, I think this build is a little more cohesive than the one I tried to go with La Rochelle. But the next build is going to be very, Interesting. That's going to be a plus 10 high investment build, and I am prepared for it. So if you want to vote in that to see January's, our first, I was going to call it quarterly quell, but then I was like, well, Hunger Games might sue me, and I don't want that. So this is like the Supreme Quarterly or some dumb name that I gave it. If you want to vote in that, that's down there. The Hall of Phase giveaway is also still going on, so you can check that out. That's all in the description. But that's it for now. Thank you guys for checking out this Promote My 4-Star. This is me. This is Camilla. You made me builder, and I did it. And we'll see if the thumbnail's still live on YouTube. I don't know. I guess we'll find out. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Subscribe. Come on back for more. Vote in the next poll. You will decide my fate one way or another. And until then, I will catch you next time.